Hi there, it's Ananda, and no, I have not died from COVID or boredom. No, this year has been entirely too chaotic and stressful to have died from boredom, and I think a lot of you would probably agree with me. So last year and this year so far, this is all that has happened. In July, my mom had a stroke, which was awful, and it sucked a lot. More for her, I'm sure. And she's needed a lot of help. It's been very stressful. Yep, and oh God, I knew I was gonna forget everything I wanted to talk about. After that, in October, our girlfriend of almost 3 years, about 2 weeks before our 3rd year anniversary, broke up with us. Thank you very much, universe. Later found out that she wasn't that into me, but she was more into Sean, which would have been fine if she had just fucking told us. But she didn't communicate like a real poly person. That was probably her biggest problem. And yeah. So, because I wouldn't have minded her hurting me, but he's the one who really got hurt. Because he's the one who doesn't get back rubs now. Something I can't provide and haven't for 15 years. But he's the one who's not getting that anymore. So, yeah, I'm pretty pissed off at her for doing that to him. I wouldn't have minded if they still dated. I can deal with that. Anyways, but she's 26, and so I'm never dating anyone under 30 anymore, because they don't know. Well, most of the time, there are exceptions. I don't think they know what real life is like. Anyways, so there was that. I've been to the ER a few times. It's pretty fucking terrifying. One time I aspirated because one of my night nurses put the wrong size trach in. Yeah. So that was fun. I could have avoided that. But anyways, I learned that I really like Cool Whip for taking pills with now. I aspirate pills less. That's awesome. I take my meds with Cool Whip every day now. It is rad. I am such an inner fat girl. Or have an inner fat girl living inside me. And if I'm not careful, she's coming out. Because as you can see, I've gained weight. And I have to be very careful with that, because, boy, I'm going off on a tangent, but in case you didn't know, the more weight I gain, the harder it is to find people to take care of me. Because I have heard the horror stories my entire life from nurses about patients who weigh too much, and it's hard for them to get help to come to their houses, so because they're hard to take care of. So, anyways, let's see. My mom just had, on April 14th, she just had shoulder replacement surgery, which is supposed to be, out of all the replacement surgeries, knees and hips, it's supposed to be the hardest. I'm gonna start looking at the camera while I talk to you guys. You might like that. And so she's doing a lot better, but she's still having a tough time. And of course that's hard. It's much harder on her, but it's kind of stressful on us too. Us being me and Sean. Sean is going to turn 34 this month. It's going to be our 15-year relationship. Anniversary this month. I'm excited about celebrating that with him. And see what else happened this year. That's not enough. I had a really good day nurse, and I won't say her name to protect her anonymity, but her health kind of went downhill, her physical health, and so her doctor put her on bed rest, and that really sucked. And I know she hated it too. And but we went without a day nurse for 4.5 weeks, and it was pretty terrible for Sean. I was okay because I had Sean taking care of me, and he does a good job. He knows what to do. He's been doing it for 15 years. How could he not? And the hardest part about it was trying to find vaccinated nurses. My nursing company's got plenty of nurses, but most of them are unvaccinated. And it sucks that we had to eventually say, fuck it, we're gonna get unvaccinated nurses. Because he's exhausted, and that's what we're dealing with now. But I'm going to talk a little bit more about this in another video, but I just want to update you guys on what's going on in my life right now and my future. Right now I'm waiting for a scholarship application to open up at the UCLA School of Writing for screenplay writing online, and it's for, I just told you it's for writing and screenplay writing, because I would love to learn how to write screenplays and for television, because I would love to adapt my book into a television series, because I think it would be very impactful. And of course I want to see my face on the television, of course. No, I'm kidding. I would, but I want to share my story and help other people heal. And I know television and movies and laughing helped me heal more than anything. It's transformative. It really is. And I think that would be just fabulous. And I've been wanting to do that for a really long time. And I got into New York Film Academy a long time ago, but I just couldn't afford to move to New York. And, it's very hard and expensive to move when you have a disability. Ha ha ha. So funny. But yeah. And so, and I've got my application's all ready to go. Just gotta hit that send button. When they tell me the application is open back up and ready to apply, I can. I'm ready. I've been ready. I've been pestering the people in their office for it, but yeah, so that's what's going on. I've missed you guys, and I hope you're doing well. I know there's a lot of shit going on, and I've always known that it can be worse, and boy, it is. Oof. So comment and let me know how you're doing. And if you're having a hard time, tell me. Let's talk about some shit. Find me on Twitter. I'm on there as Cripple Threat as well. I'm not active as Sphincter Envy that much.